Hello everybody, my name is Sinvicta and welcome back to the Sinvicta Gaming channel, here with more Diablo 4 content for you. And today I'm going to be sharing with you a nice little trick that's been known for a little while, but just in case if you don't know it, as you can tell by the thumbnail and as well as the title of this video, this is going to be the quickest and easiest way to effectively reset your dungeon without having to log out, which means that you also get to preserve your elixir effect, which is super helpful and is going to really help a lot of you when you're going out there dungeon grinding for XP. So if you enjoy this type of content here on the channel, make sure you're clicking the like button and leaving a comment down below. Let me know if this is helping you as well, as this has been boosting the way that you level up. And if you're just enjoying your time here, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so we're going to hop into it. This is going to be a little bit of a lengthy setup to show you. I'm going to show you directly from the login screen just to show you that I've not set up anything previously towards this, and I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do this. Again, this is a trick that's been known for a little while now, but just in case if you didn't already know this, I wanted to show you the step-by-step process on how to instantly reset the dungeons without actually having to log out of the game. I don't know if this is intended by Blizzard or not, of course, and definitely do this before it's nerfed. So what you need to do is you need to be able to have access to Nightmare Dungeons. That is the first thing that I can tell you. It doesn't matter what level or tier of Nightmare Dungeon that you have. Simply all you have to do is just open it and go to the Nightmare Dungeon, and this is it's gonna look confusing at the beginning, but I promise you it will make sense by the end of it. So you just open up the Nightmare Dungeon, go over to it, click on the map, teleport, run over to the dungeon, and actually enter. Again, the tier that you do this on does not matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. I want to emphasize that it does not matter. It works on any tier. So as long as you have access to tier 1 Nightmare Dungeons, that is all you need. So navigate over there, and then we're just gonna kind of travel our happy little horse over there. I do like my horse, by the way. This is the one I think I got this one off of a random drop. It's really actually impressive how many horse mounts there are in the game. So when we get in there, there's only a couple things that we need to do to set this up, and then you can infinitely farm this as much as you want. Again, this has not been patched by Blizzard, and to my knowledge, I don't know if this is intended. It probably isn't. So that's the reason why I wanted to share this with you all before it gets nerfed or patched, which is probably going to be soon. So here we go. We entered the Nightmare Dungeon. We got to our destination, and what we need to do now is we basically need to activate the dungeon. Simply walking into the dungeon is not going to work from what I know. You just have to go in here and do a couple of, just basically get a couple kills. You don't actually have to kill any of the quest objectives or anything like that. Just walk in, kill a couple mobs, and then the next phase will begin. So here we go. Again, this is only a Nightmare tier 23, so this is going to be absolutely just easy. So we'll just kill a couple mobs here, run around. It's, oh, we got demons. Oh, there's skeleton captains, arg, all that kind of good stuff. There we go. So we killed some mobs, cleared the room, whatever. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to hit T to teleport back to town. It doesn't matter where this takes you. I promise you this is going to all make sense. So now that we've done that, what this does is effectively this keeps open the Nightmare Dungeon indefinitely. As long as you have this portal up and as long as you still have it active, this will not close. Now what you want to do is just go to any of your favorite farming locations that you want. It doesn't matter which one. As you saw from an earlier video of mine, going to the Ruins of Eridu, this is still going to be the best dungeon for you to farm. I've tested this with other dungeons as well. I can't even find the ruins right now. It's been a minute. So we're going to go over to the Ruins of Eridu. Again, from the leveling video that I showed you earlier, which is the best dungeon to farm, this is still going to be the best one for you in terms of your experience per hour. So you still make about 10 million XP per hour. So I'm just going to pop an elixir. It doesn't matter which one. It really doesn't matter. As long as you get that 5% extra XP bonus, that's all that matters. So we're going to run over here to the Ruins of Eridu, and then I'm going to show you how awesome this reset is. You literally cannot reset dungeons any faster than this, okay? So stick with me on this. So you go over to whatever dungeon that you want to farm. Again, this does not matter whether you're going to the Ruins, whether you're going to Champion's Demise, whether you're going to Older's Cave, Ironhold, or the Forsaken Quarry. It does not matter. Just pick your favorite one. I'm picking the Ruins just because this is going to be very quick and easy. You can go to the again, you can just go to anyone. So pop this, and you don't have to clear the dungeon. Obviously, with the Ruins, you're not going to get a whole lot of legendary drops. That still has been nerfed to the ground. But for XP per hour purposes, and the fact that you don't lose any of the elixir effects, this is just fantastic. So, oh wow, we actually got a legendary in the Ruins. What is this, like 2 weeks ago? Come on now, in this economy. There we go. So we're just going to be smashing through everything. Again, still playing my Coda Hoda build, and I have not really updated. I've not done an update video on the build yet. A couple things have changed, but not really for anything of the major. My next evolution of this build is I'm going to, when I get to 100, I'm basically going to give a roundup video with my thoughts on Diablo 4, Barbarians on the whole, and how like the build worked out, and you know, just how endgame viable is and all that kind of good stuff. and give my overall impressions of the game before we go into Season 1. That'll be coming, hopefully I'll hit 100 by this weekend. I'm going to really push it, especially with this method, and that's the reason why I wanted to share this method, is because this is basically what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the weekend, which is just going to be grinding out Runes of Redo or any other dungeon if I get bored of it, doing the instant reset. So I wanted to share this really quickly, just in case, like I said, you haven't seen other content creators here and show you this method step by step. There we go. So we've actually cleared it. Now all you have to do is exit dungeon. Just leave dungeon. You don't have to do anything else. Just leave the dungeon, and you'll be taken back out to the entrance of the dungeon. So you're not taken back to town. Now, this is where the reset happens, and this is the beauty thing. You get ported out, walk back in. As you see, I don't edit these videos. None of this is cut. We didn't go over to the login screen. We should still have our elixir, and we should be put back at the start of the dungeon with the dungeon being totally reset. And there you go. So that is the very quick and easy method, and this is going to supercharge how fast you level. It doesn't matter, again, whatever dungeon you want to farm, whatever dungeon that you need loot from, or if you just want to change up the flavor of the month for you to level. This is the best way to do so. It's the fastest way to level, and it's also the #1 way to reset your dungeons. And notice down here, I have not lost my elixir. Unlike the reset level where you have to, or the other reset method where you leave the dungeon, log out to the character select screen, you lose your elixir. It can be very costly, it can be very expensive in terms of mats and that sort of thing. And you also, it gets kind of annoying having to reapply your elixirs and waste them just for the 5% XP buff, especially if you're running these crazy speedball dungeons like Runes of Redo, where it only takes like maybe a minute or two to clear, and then that's that, and you're done, and you've wasted an elixir. This is a fantastic way to do that. So here we go. Just going to be clearing out a couple more, and again, I want to show you that you don't have to clear the dungeons here. It really does not matter if you complete the objectives or not. There we go, big old hit there on the shambling corpse. Just run around and grab a couple more. Now, obviously, this is not the fastest class to do this. Sorcerers, as well as Whirlwind Barbs, are going to be able to plow through this, and this is going to make it even more efficient for you. But again, the whole purpose of this video is just to show you that these little tips and tricks, as they come out and are discovered by the Diablo community, I want to share this with the Mosh Pit and share it with you all here on the Sinvicta Gaming channel to help you better level and get those levels, get those Paragon points that you want without having to waste time or efficiency. Again, do this before Blizzard nerfs it. Do this before it's patched. Whether or not it's going to stay in the game for very long, I don't know. But at the time of this recording, it still, as you can see, very clearly works. So if this video has helped you and helped you along your leveling journey in Diablo, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Go out there, farm your dungeons, get that loot, get the gold, get that XP, because this is the best way to do it. And as I keep finding more of these tricks and tips, I'll be sharing with them here on the Sinvicta Gaming channel. And like I said, thank you all very much for the support on the Diablo 4 videos. They've been really popping off here on the gaming channel. And I'm going to continue to bring you all content as long as you keep liking and commenting on these videos. I do appreciate it. Hope you have a great weekend, everyone. Go out there and get that loot, reset those dungeons, and get those XPs. And I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody.